And Representative Waters, I do want to get your thoughts here, not so much on whether the allegations are true or not, but whether you were informed at all at any point in this process that the White House was looking into what Lisa Cook put on her financial disclosure forms.
Well, first of all, let me just say that the president is out to exercise power. He wants to take over the Fed. He's tried to intimidate Powell. And so what he's doing is he's eliminating one of the board of governors, happened to be a black woman, Lisa Cook, so that he can have control of the Fed and the decisions that they make. The Fed is extraordinarily important. How it is instituted and arranged by the Constitution of the United States of America. We have tremendous analysis and work and research that goes into the decisions that are made. He hates Powell. He wants to be in control. He wants to determine whether or not we raise or lower interest rates. He wants interest rates lowered now. He doesn't know what the hell that he's doing. He's talking about paying down the debt with money from lowering the interest rates. All he's going to do is increase inflation. And we have had enough of inflation that caused the groceries to go up and our cost of living to be extraordinary. He claimed when he ran that he was going to bring down the cost of groceries. Right. He's a liar. He does not respect the Constitution, and he wants to control the Fed. What a terrible thing that would be.
I am curious, though, with regards to the issue of trying to control the Fed. There is a process potentially that will play out, at least with regards to Lisa Cook, a legal process. Right now, we've only heard from her attorney. The Fed has also issued a statement saying that it will defend itself on the issue of Fed independence, not necessarily Cook herself. I am curious as to whether you or any of the other Democrats in Congress have talked about supporting Lisa Cook's effort to defend herself in court.
Well, I was one of the ones that supported her when she was nominated. I wrote a letter of support, as others did. I support her. Yes, Democrats are going to support her. And we know that basically the Constitution says for a cause. I don't accept that this investigation that he's doing of black people and black women and all of that is for a cause. And so, yes, I think they should go right into the courts with a lawsuit. I support that. I'm going to try and get an amicus brief filed in support of that, because I think the president is ruthless and he is disrespectful of the Constitution, and he wants to run America like a dictator. We cannot stand for that. I'm proud of her. She said, I'm not resigning. I'm not going to step down. That's the kind of fight that we need to have with him.
I am curious, and I ask you again, whether the White House has made any effort to reach out to the committee, whether you or the actual Republican committee chair, with regards to what they're looking into with Lisa Cook and really with the Fed writ large.
They have made no effort on the Democratic side. I can't, answer for, Congressman Hill and others on the, other side of our committee, the Financial Services Committee. But no, he does not reach out to us. There's no negotiation going on in all of the changes that we see take place. These are moves by the president who have been well planned in advance with the group that's working with him, looking at all aspects of government in order to take it over. Can you imagine the president of the United States interfering with our educational institutions, private law firms, nonprofit corporations, on and on and on? It is something that is absolutely unbelievable.
Well, it's believable because it's happening, Maxine. And I guess my question is there, not so much is there a justification for what he's doing, but if the Republican, his party, has decided that they are on board with this, and of course right now they control both houses of Congress, they control the courts, they control the governorships, and they control the White House. What pushback, if at all, do you and your fellow Democrats have, if any?
Well, let me just tell you this. As you have watched the decisions that have been made by the Republicans, they follow whatever Trump wants them to do. Whether or not they believe in it, are they afraid of him? Yes, they are in control. Our job is to take back the government. Our job is to take back the vote in the primary, and that's why we're dealing with all of this redistricting effort that we're involved in. Our job is to get rid of the president of the United States that exists now and the next election, and try to elect people who really want to represent all of the people and respect the Constitution and the democracy.
How are you doing that? I mean, the Democratic Committee is starting their retreat, their annual retreat that they have to kind of talk and strategize about what they're going to do in the midterm elections. Everything you said you want to do, at least legally, you have to do that through an electoral process. Where exactly do you guys stand when it comes to some sort of cohesive argument against the policies, the positions, and the practices of this administration?
Well, let me just say this. I am convinced and I believe that there are many who voted for him who are having buyer's remorse. For example, in Medicaid, there are a lot of people. They're not just black. They're not just urban. These are in poor areas where hospitals are going to close down. They didn't know that this was going to happen to them. When he talks about getting rid of or lowering the ability for people to have access to food stamps, a lot of people didn't know that many of our students who survive on food stamps and our elderly are going to be cut off. A lot of this, I do believe that people are going to reject in terms of whether or not the president is respecting the democracy and the work that has gone on for years by so many in order to have a country where we give people and assist people in a decent quality of life. And it's not just for one sector of our society. This is for everybody. So we believe that he's making a lot of mistakes that's going to hurt him. We're going to register people to vote. Yeah. We're going to raise a lot of money. We're going to hit the streets. We're going to be rallying, and we're going to make sure the people know that he is friends to Epstein, and that was his best friend. He knew that he was a pedophile and messing around with young girls. We're going to put that argument out there and join with some of the Republicans who are already saying they want to know who was involved. And this president is doing everything that he can to hide, to avoid, giving the information about his friend, the pedophile, who was his best friend. We're going to put that on the agenda also so that we keep it in front of the American people, and they will be disgusted with him. We think we can win on these issues. We think we can have the money that is needed. We're going to run strong campaigns.
All right, Representative Waters, we have to leave it there. Maxine Waters there. She is the ranking member of the House Financial Services Committee, a Democrat from California.